He's got options here, Tebes, but it's tricky by Wilson. I'll tell you what, they get up here a bit earlier, the box is loaded.
Your beauty that attracted him to you.
When we are talking about rape, normally when we think about rape, when a woman thinks about rape, even the idea is like good enough to send shivers down the spine. What happens is basically the person goes into a lot of guilt, self-blame and guilt. So the self-blame comes into did I do something wrong? Was it my fault? So more than anybody saying these questions to the person herself goes on to questioning herself. Is it my fault? Did I do something? Were my clothes not right? Was my behavior indecent? What did I do wrong? What could I have done right? So a lot of self-judgment comes in at that point of time, and it brings to a point a lot of guilt because again she feels that this situation is something which she could have avoided maybe. So there is of course a lot of guilt on her own self. So self-blame, self-guilt comes in, and anger at the person who raped. But anger is later on, when we deal with the catharsis, the anger comes out. But initially they go into a shell, they just go within themselves. The initial 1-2 days of after the incident has happened, which is extremely traumatic for the person. So it has to be dealt very sensitively. So I would advise that the persons in the family, already the person is going through self-guilt, blame, anger, and at times the person can become suicidal. So the family should be extremely supportive. Means not to ask unnecessary questions, not to pass harsh judgments, So but at this point of time, the family should be the support system. The family should be the pillar. Because now she feels alone. She feels lonely, she feels powerless. She feels there is nobody, plus shame also comes in. Because along with rape, the whole focus is on the person. There are questions which are asked which are very probing, very, very uncomfortable. So the person starts feeling uncomfortable about herself, about her body. The family members are not equipped to deal with the trauma that the person is facing at that point of time. They are into their own judgment. So of course we have to be very, very sympathetic, but unfortunately that is not the case of the larger society also. So you will see accusations coming in. So it's not just about clothes or what that person wore or what time it was day of the night and all that. No, it's nothing about that. There are friends who don't feel comfortable with the rape victim. So even the rape victim is not comfortable talking about it. What happens is, because that's why I said the it depends upon the emotional health of the person. So if the person is the kind who feels a lot of guilt, a lot of pain, there is no way that she can deal with this pain. Now to escape from the pain, this pain is too difficult for me. This reality which I have lived is very difficult for me to get out of. So they start escaping into drugs and alcohol, or even relationships where this man keeps on beating her, yet she is into, because I'm not good enough starts coming out. Which is of course in childhood also you find issues of I'm not good enough, but now it kind of sets in. So they will definitely escape into alcohol, drugs. But it depends, I will not say with every rape victim. It depends upon how much support they get from their family. So if the family is supportive, like this girl which I was talking to you about, was the boyfriend was very supportive. He finally married her. So then there is no escaping. But what I mean to say, if they don't receive that kind of help, then definitely they'll escape into something to avoid this pain. They get into some kind of space where they don't feel the pain. Drugs is nothing but a space where a person doesn't want to see or acknowledge his or her own pain. Once she starts this game, she'll never finish. So So the physical changes which can be observed is the person make efforts not to look good anymore, not to wear makeup, or will dress to blend into the crowd, so I don't want any attention on myself. Also, because if the counseling and therapy is not done, the person has a lot of anger. Okay, if they did not feel secure in the childhood upon this incident, then what will happen is that they will not fear all men, but yeah, they will again avoid being in places where there are men, or they can even go into a space where they would not prefer to have a sexual relationship anymore. Again I would say that depends upon these circumstances. If the person is feeling alone, there is no support from family, the family has kind of shunned them, the friends have shunned them, now the person is feeling alone.